Hand sent CW is not dead. Case in point, Straight Key Night. It happens every year, New Year's Eve. The guys get the old code keys out and we try to send and receive CW the old-fashioned way. No automatic CW equipment, no iambic paddles, no Curtis keyers, no computer CW at all. It's all done by hand, one night a year, and it's called Straight Key Night. The use of the straight key like this was going to go away. The death knell really was when we went to the no-code ham, and now you no longer needed to pass even a 5-word per minute type code test to get some of the higher level ham licenses. But like everything old, sometimes there's a nostalgia that comes about, and suddenly something like a typewriter that maybe you were throwing away becomes kind of interesting to people again. We've seen this with vinyl records. Well, guess what? We're also seeing it with old-fashioned, hand-sent CW. It's back. You're hearing it on the air again. So tonight is Straight Key Night, which is New Year's Eve. And I've decided that we're going to limit the amount of equipment used. Got the straight key out. This is a J38. The J38 is a training key that was used in World War II to train the Signal Corps troops. Once they were proficient, they moved on to more rugged and simpler keys like the J37. That's a J37 key. J38, J37. So on Straight Key Night we'll try a little CW, and I've got a crystal plugged into the little LRK QRP transmitter. Should be able to get 4 or 5 watts out on 40 meters. Tampa, Florida. So that's the first Straight Key Night contact, Tampa, Florida on 40 meters. One more on 40 meters. Pennsylvania, Fromville, Pennsylvania. Well, Brian is using a World War II spy set called a PRIC-1 or a PRC-1. The PRC-1 is a 6V6 oscillator into an 807 tube. It's a very rare set he's using. It's an all-in-one suitcase transceiver. He wants to work the Paraset. Aha! Okay, I think he hears me. Aha! 80 meters, we're going to use the ARC-V transmitter with the BC348. Okay, let's try to get tuned up here. Sounds like a good frequency right there. Let's see what we got. Okay. Putting out just about 40 watts. Check the frequency again. Wow, he's using a classic rig. It's a Ten-Tec Century 21. Really interesting CW only transceiver from the 70s. He's running it in the QRP mode, 5 watts. So for our final trick of the night, we've got the Amico TX86 paired up with the HR10. Isn't this interesting? Here on 40. Let's see what freak we're on here. That meter's crazy. Do we do a bold CQ? That's the best meter. Okay, for the finale tonight, I've actually got a Widowmaker transmitter. This is a one-tube W5 LET style transmitter. And as you know, these run right off the line, so there's a problem with ground. However, I'm being a good boy, and I'm using an isolation transformer. So there's no fear that we're going to get a shock or anything off this. The Widowmaker transmitter is a single 50C5 tube. 50C5 is running as a one-tube oscillator. And I've got a 3570 crystal in there. Let's see if we can make a contact on 80 meters as our last straight key night contact. Okay, the Widowmaker is here. Okay, it's putting out about 3.5 watts. That's not bad. Sounds great. So it was a little while trying to put all those different setups together for one night, but I cobbed enough together for you to get a little flavor for what straight key night's all about.